Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have some scoring tiles, B, C and F. I have cleft, leaving B, E, that looks fine. I don't think B cleft would be good, but let's try. No. So we'll just go with cleft. I don't think flecked is good, but it could have been. Anyway, I draw the J. And the rest of the rack pretty good apart from the J in terms of bingo prospects. I have jig and jib and jibe and jiber. So a few options. Let's see what opponent does with his opening move. Y, okay. U takes an E. I could play jibe there. Not many options here. Gerbil onto the L. Gerbil for 18. Jibe for 23. I think I'm going with jibe. Not good. Pick up 2 U's, the worst of the 5 vowels, and I've got 2 of them. So not ideal. I have augur on the rack. I have no E for playing under the ID, which is a shame. I do have mugs though, and I think I'll go ahead and pull the trigger on this one for 39. I've acquired a bingo, and that plays at 7H across, which is good, as well as 10H across. That's my alarm. So that's looking good. I should be bingoing there. Not quite aquarium. I have the E instead of the extra A. Opponent likely to play in column A anyway. But what about a bingo ending in ATE with these tiles? Or maybe an IER ending word. Not seeing it. Now I have Umiak holding on to the blank, 48-point play with ER blank. That's got to be worth considering. But this TE, very useful with these tiles, I would say. There's a bingo there, I just can't see it. Maybe an equi word, equirate, no. Acquiree is good, onto another E. Opponent taking some time with this move. Opponent has taken that spot, unfortunately. Taquaria is good as well. That's a 5 vowel 8. Taquaria for 86. I don't see a bingo beginning with the U. What about the safer spot? Well, this gets the Q tripled. That's 90. Acquire takes a fair few hooks. So I will be giving back some score to opponent, no doubt. I'm going with this. A little vowel heavy, but I should be able to work with this. The play of wooed, W-O-O-E-D, and acquired would be nice, but very unlikely that column O won't be pounced upon by opponent. No way to play under the Q. I don't have an I. Okay, opponent has scuppered my plan. Panicled is a bingo, and wooed does play here for 38. Just looking at ways of playing through the C. Nothing jumping out. What about a OW play? A D dower doesn't quite reach. Almost have a redwood. What about an RE word? Rewood. No, didn't think so. Just can't seem to find a 6-letter play there. That's a shame. So I think the option would be wooed for 38. Duplicate city. Unfortunately, not bingo-y enough to... There might be a bingo here with this I, if there is going to be one. Realizer, no. No, just not seeing a bingo through the I, or the U for that matter. Ricey is good, and Railer for 24. I think I'll go with this. What about this T? Let me just have one quick look. Maybe a compound word. Trailers, if one of the A's were an I. Yeah, I'm not seeing rail. That's a really strong four-letter set. Rail takes an S. There are two to come. Maybe I'll just play rail for 15 and set myself up for a high-scoring play there if opponent doesn't have an S. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. R-shine. That's pretty good rack. Cleft. Clefts. Hernias. And rails. I should be bingoing. Both could be blocked. Okay, opponent has bingoed. That's a shame. And R-shine and hernias. $73. I draw the X. Adnexia, not quite. Oxer is good, but I think there'll be a stronger X play somewhere. Railer and Rex. Jog takes an S. Raxed is good. XED, Xed, 41, not to be sneezed at. What about a play from the T ending in an X? Nope. Opponent bingos again and creates an X spot, but no good to me. $86 play, that's huge. 41 for X, I'll go with that. And pretty balanced. I have the ing ending. So I have AH in the top right here for a modest 25. And I also have eyeing. That'll be a nice score. Or ryeing. I think rye is a verb. R-A-H. 61. Wow. I suspect opponent will have his eye on this hotspot in the bottom right. A blank still to come, and the opponent plays knave for 32, ryeing for 61. So that's given me a little bit of a lead, but not much. Now, that blank could be crucial, and the Z certainly will be a factor. Now, OK in the top right is OK, 29, not terrible, but a play here under jog, OMS for example, that'll be mid-30s or late 30s. I've got the book component of a word, book lat, book towel. Now ope is good. Oh, what about this hotspot? L1 down, Kobos for 32 gives back some score to the right. Kobos, am I thinking of Bocos maybe? Kablooey, if the T were an I and there was a floating E. What about Koa? 27, taking out the prospects of a bingo ending in ing or ending in N. Those V's and the U make the prospects of a bingo a little less likely, but not impossible. Whoever has that blank and the Z is the favourite to win, if they have both those tiles on their rack. That's generally the unwritten rule in a close end game. Blank and Z, very powerful combination, especially when there's a balanced pool of vowels and consonants to boot. Talk boot? No, I've never seen boots that can talk. Opponent running a little low on time. I think he's got the blank and he's looking at bingo opportunities. Kobo still looks like a decent play. But Koa, I like Koa because it frustrates these floaters, and if opponent's got the blank, he's going to be looking to bingo somewhere down the bottom, I'd say. Could bingo through DE, I suppose, that's not impossible. Hopefully he's got both V's on his rack and the U. He's played Vise. Now, I think I will go with Koa only because it does limit the extent to which a bingo could be played. Mind you, there's no I left there, so ing bingos are less likely. I'm going with Koa anyway. I draw the Z, and that is an interesting development because not that it's a Z-friendly board, In fact, I can't even get two-directional Z play here, which is a shame. Yeah, opponent bingos, so he pretty much wins the game. Yeah, all he has to do is play his V out. He's got Vag at the bottom, Vin, so opponent tape tums. I don't think I've ever seen that. Anyway, nice bingo by opponent, but yeah, there's not much I can do to salvage the win here, unfortunately. ST is good, but no TZ plays. If I had R, I would have had trues, and that would have won the game for sure. No, I'm just not seeing. Wow, I really thought that the Z would be more influential, but a 76 play, it's hard to come back from that. Now Zobo is good, Bozo, but that doesn't help me. I mean, Zune here for 35, not enough to win, because countback kills me. Wow, what a close finish. Such a shame to lose by such a small margin. If I just had slightly more flexibility with the Z, I'd be able to squeeze out a win, I'd say. Bonzo isn't good. Bonza is. Bozo. Does Bozo really not play anywhere? No, just have to accept the loss. Yeah, it's a shame, but that's the way it is. Zune for 35. Oh. Anyway, it was close. Opponent gets 10 on countback, so 461, and he gets 7. Might be a draw. Most I can see is 7 for Vag. Oh wow, a draw. That feels like a win. Only because I thought I'd lost. I hadn't done the math, but let's see what we missed. Wow, what a close game at the end there. Cleft looks fine for the opening rack, 26. Opponent has Y for 32. That was quite nice. Gerbil with a J. That was the play. Why was I spelling it with a G? think you can spell it with a G. Yes, you can. And the J. Yeah, totally forgot that you could spell it both ways. I would have gone for gerbil, obviously, if I'd remembered it. Anyway, that was a bit of a miss. Then opponent has Oda for 28, Duna for 31 at 11A. Duna there, but exposing the trip lane. Now Mugs for 39 was best here. Dim out 27. Opponent had Motu, and which blocked my Umiak play. Acquire for 90 looks fine. Taquaria was the other one I spotted. Requalify, that's also quite nice. But nothing through the TE. Requital as well onto the L. Requital. Now Panicled comes down for 65, and Wooed was best for 38. I took some time here because I just didn't want to miss a 6-letter play that scored a bingo-y score, and there wasn't one. Opponent Toyetic onto the C, very nice. D2, Toyetic, that would have sorted out his duplicates. Went with Icy. Now, I looked at Railers, and those featured, quite far down Rail. Now, let's see what was Yar from the Y. Oh, Acquirer, LA, and Yar. That's actually really nice. So it takes out a hotspot and also sets the rack up beautifully for a bingo play next turn. Not that it was an overly bingo-friendly board, but Cleft does take an S, and that was always going to be a useful lane for bingos. So I do like Yar, and Yarer is also good. But I went with Rail, trying to sneak up a nifty, but then I forgot the E hook, and opponent bingos. I wonder if he would have been able to bingo without me providing that spot. That could have been an interesting turn of... Yeah, because Yar wouldn't have given him... the option, and I don't think the U helps that rack either. So that didn't work out for me. Gave opponent a lead, small lead, and then Therians from the T and Hernias for 73. Much of a muchness there. Great rack for opponent, a whole host of bingos, and he gets a 4-timer down and takes the lead. Now racks for 37 with a strong rack leave at 010. Acquirer and racks, but racks takes ING, so that I could have been stung by playing just racks. Racks, on the other hand, is a better play because it doesn't take anything after it, and that's a strong score. But XED, I think X'd is good as well. 41. Opponent has the blank and the F and the V. So no bingo on offer there. Gets Nafe down for 32, and then Rhying catapults me back into the lead, but not for long. Opponent plays Vise for 14, Vises for 24 with EU blank. Vise, okay. He plays that out of the way, yeah, so as not to interrupt bingo lanes. Now Bluke looks quite good at 4A, and the B not overly helpful for opponent to bingo through, especially with the other clunky consonants around. But that's a good score, 34. And 4 tiles in the bag, so if I'm to play Bluke and opponent bingos, he wins because there are no tiles left after I play Bluke. So I think there was some merit to just playing 3 tiles, leaving 1 in the bag in case opponent bingos, which he actually did. And Super Max, wow, for 107. That's poignant. Super Max score. Fantastic word. Pneumas. That's quite nice as well. Pneumonia. I wonder, it's probably from that same root. Pneumas. Now, tape tums was a nice find. Tempura's also playable. But tape tums. Now, this was an interesting position. I took ages here because it was the difference between a win and a draw. And I thought I was going to lose, actually. But Zune or Zoot secured the draw. And the top score for opponent was Vag. So no chance to win from this position for opponent, and that was the end of the game. 1 or 2 misses, but a nice close nail-biting finish there. Always more exciting. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.